Hello and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Happy Monday. I have my Motivational Monday cup here with all the things that you need to know for your Motivational Monday morning. This is the first Monday of 2021, and I am coming to you live from my backyard. And I'm here to drink some tea with you, a little Earl Grey. And I'm here to answer any questions that you have about immigration. Good morning to our Facebook friend. I'm here to answer any questions that you have, or try to answer any questions that you have about proclamations, visa bans, green cards, citizenship, anything else. I just wanted to check in with you. And hello, Joe Ellis. Good morning to Health and Beauty. How's everybody doing? How are all my friends across the United States? We are here in the backyard, coming to you live. Pinky Sharma, speak my name. There we go. The backyard is beautiful. You'll hear a lot of birds this morning because the birds are out. And I don't know if you guys can see, I have a little cacti over here, and a lot of sunlight coming in. It's a brisk desert morning here in Palm Springs, where I'm at right now. So Meseret, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Pinky, our friends from India. Lem, thank you for tuning in. Good morning to you. I hope everyone is having a really good day and a fantastic morning. And I hope that you share my optimism for 2021. I think this is going to be a fantastic year, and I hope everyone feels it with me. I'm just wondering what questions that you might have. Juniad Reyes, nice. Good morning to you. Palm Springs is hotter than the rest of California. That is true. It's very hot here. From about May to October, I think it's basically inhospitable for human life. But right now in December, it's nice. It's a desert. Atish, my previous employer, I went for multiple. I'm getting in the same category. I think you can do that. Yeah. We have Shaw's blog. I applied the N336 last year on August 17th, 2020. How soon can I get an interview? It shows 180 days. It's 180 days. Can I expedite it to get a result? Please tell me. Shaw, I would love to help you. I would love to help you. I think what I would do in this particular situation is I would consider a lawsuit to challenge the delay. Let's file a lawsuit and challenge that delay. Let me take a look at your N336. If people don't know what an N336 is, if you apply for naturalization and your application was denied, then you can challenge it and you can file an appeal. And I love filing appeals and getting people approved. Tariq, hit the like button. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I appreciate it. We have, let's see, how much will it cost? Email me. Let me put my email up for everyone. Email me your information. Let me know a little more about your case. Before we can talk about the cost, I want to know why you got denied. And here's my email. I'd love to hear from all of you. If you have questions specifically and you don't feel comfortable putting the questions out on this live forum, you can message me and I'll try to get back to you. Good morning, Zhang. Thank you for tuning in. I wonder where you are located today. Where's everybody at physically? Why don't you put it in the comments below? I'd love to hear where you are, what country you're in, or what city. I'd be curious to see where everybody's at. I wonder if people are in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Canada, etc. Let me know. So Rudolph X6, what's the great option to get a green card for overstaying a tourist visa? The options are very limited if you've overstayed a visitor visa. And I love your glasses, by the way. But the options are very limited. If you if you've overstayed your tourist visa, generally you're excluded from most areas of immigration, and marriage to a U.S. citizen would work. Love seeing all the people coming in. Poland, Karmu, Sherpas in Poland. Ja nie mówi po polsku. Ja nie mówi po polsku. Good morning from Detroit, Jerome. My whole family is from Michigan. My whole family's from Flint, basically. I grew up in Ann Arbor until I was about 8 years old. Zhang, ¿cómo está? From the Philippines. My wife is Filipina, and I have 2 Pinoy boys in our family, and they're blonde Filipinos. I don't know how that is. Let's see. What other questions do we have here? Okay, here we go. Facebook user, we got a good one here. I'm a green card holder and I applied for my wife. The priority date is October 17th, 2019. Until now, I have not received any response. Do you have any idea what I can do? And that is a question that comes from a Facebook user. I definitely have an idea of what you can do. You can file a lawsuit to challenge the delay, and that's exactly what I would do in your case. We need to sue them. We need to sue them and get this case approved. Get it approved. I'd love to hear from you. Here we have Bessem Haddadin. My father filed an I-130 for me in 2001. I was in Chicago now. Now I'm in Jordan. How do I make USCIS send my case to the NVC? Wow, that's a tough one. There's a form. It's called an I-824. I'd need to know a little bit more about your situation before I can give you solid advice that this is what you should do. But I think you should explore that in a consultation with a lawyer, whether the I-824 would be possible for you. Ray from Pennsylvania, good morning. Good morning from Maryland. I have some new clients in Maryland who just got approved, and I'm going to get on with them today, so it's going to be very exciting. Amdeep Singh, is there a way to expedite the N400? Some people say if you keep calling USCIS and send messages every night, every month, it helps. So let's talk a little bit about how to expedite an immigration case. Basically, it covers up my face. But basically, Amdeep, that's a great question, and I want to thank you for that. There is a website, USCIS has a website where it spells out the criteria for expediting a case. I think that would be probably a pretty good video for me to make, which is how to expedite an immigration case, how to do an expedite request. But you put in a request to expedite your case. And there are some very narrow grounds for why they will expedite an immigration case. But essentially, you request that the case be expedited, and you have to turn in documentation with your receipt notice and go from there. But I think I'm going to do a full explanatory video on what are the tips and suggestions for how to expedite a case. Okay, here's mixed news from YouTube. Our friend, hey Josh, my visa category is CR1, IR1. My spouse is documentarily qualified in May 2020. I still don't hear anything from the embassy. My spouse is a U.S. citizen. Do you think some positive things will happen? I certainly hope so. I hope so. I'm hoping that after Biden becomes president, we'll see some movement in the visas over the course of the next few months. That's my hope right now. And but my main strategy for getting delayed cases approved is to file a lawsuit, and I wait for cases that have been pending for at least 1 year, at least for immigrant visas and for K-1 visas. I'm from the Philippines. I have a boyfriend from Alaska. Or Arkansas, Alaska. How can I get there? Any advice? We haven't seen each other because of the pandemic, and that's the only thing we need to apply for the K-1 visa. Why don't you meet in person, and then if you're get engaged to get married, he could petition for you through a fiance visa. I think that's what I would do if I were you. Let's see here. What other questions do we have? I'm going to have a little tea here. Martha Diaz, can you please answer me? May I send you my name? Martha Diaz, 65 years old, fiance. I don't have much time. Please help. Me gustaría muchísimo ayudarle. Dime una email, por favor. You're the best. Actually, I really appreciate all of you. You're the best. And I thank you for spending your time with me and for joining me. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can and give you my insight. Here we have Tagashi. I'm in a country where being gay is illegal. Do I have a chance of getting asylum approved if I get a tourist visa, and do I need a lawyer? Well, let me say a few words about that. First of all, I strongly stand with the gay community, the LGBT community, and I help people who are in same-sex marriages and who are applying for asylum based on persecution for being gay. And I'm sorry that you're in a situation where you have to deal with this. If you are afraid of persecution because of your sexual orientation, that could be the basis for in an asylum claim. You have to be physically present in the United States. So I think you need to get yourself to the U.S. and then apply for asylum. Yeah, I agree with that. Susanna says, can I have your phone number? It's right above my head. It's right there. That's my number. Look above my hairline, or my hair, what's left of my hair, and you can find it. So what other questions do we have? Ricardo, thank you so much. Can I assist you with an EB-5 visa? Yeah, absolutely. EB-5 visa is for investors. You need to have an investment of $1 million, roughly, and we recommend that you invest in a regional center, and that's how we do those cases. And it's a great way to get a green card if you can't find another way to do that. Hadi, my friend, good to see you again. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining me. Hadi's a great man with a great family, and we're working on to help him out in 2021. I want great things to happen for him this year. We have Hawa. Hey, Josh, I'm from Chad, but I live in the U.S. and I'm married to a U.S. citizen. But the first time we applied, it was denied because of the wrong lawyer. Now I want to apply again. How long? It's very difficult right now to predict the processing times because of the pandemic, but I don't think you should get discouraged by that. You should just put your application in and follow the process, and don't do that. Tariq says, can you use a medical to overturn a deportation if your spouse and son are displayed? Tariq, I appreciate your question, and I'm so glad you tuned in again. I'm not sure I understand your question. I'm not sure I understand your situation. Reach out to me, email me, and give me more details. Let's see. Here we have Shir Ahmad. Our brother's from Afghanistan, and he worked with the ISAF as an interpreter, and I want to immigrate. How do I start my case? Perhaps you could explore a special immigrant visa, SIV. I think that would be a good way for you to immigrate if you qualify. So look into that. Oh, here we go. Happy New Year to you, my friend. What about EB2 NIW green card? Should we expect some changes with the Biden administration? I'm a physician and a medical scientist from Serbia, and I plan to start my I-140 soon. I love this question. Well, I guess my first question for you is, first of all, I don't think there'll be fundamental changes with the Biden administration that would impact this particular path. But why do you need any changes? I mean, it sounds like if you're a physician and a medical scientist, you should have no trouble getting a green card. First of all, you can get a green card through an employer petition. You could also get a green card through marriage if that fits in with your personal situation. And finally, if you have the credentials, you could self-petition, as you say, under the national interest waiver. The questions that I would ask someone in your situation would be, tell me more about your particular scientific research. How many publications do you have? Do you have a PhD as well as an MD? Where did you do your postdoc? In terms of your publications, how many publications do you have? What is the impact factor of the journals that you're published in? How many times have your publications been cited? Do you have any patents? And of course, letters of recommendation. So those are a few ideas to chew on right now. But an easier way to get a green card for you could be just through employment. Most employers will file an employment-based petition for a medical doctor. So, but this is a good question, and there's lots to it. What else do we have? Shaw, for suing USCIS, the time frame, I'd say roughly 4 months. But I would love to help you. I'd love it if you email me, because I love helping people with appeals and getting people approved for citizenship. It's one of my favorite things. Dan, his fiance has been waiting over a year for a K1 interview in Guangzhou. How much longer? I don't know, but this is a sort of case that I take on and file lawsuits to help people. So I think you should, if you're really frustrated with the delay, I mean, there's only two ways out for you. One way is to keep waiting, and no one knows how long you will have to wait. And the other way is to file a lawsuit. And I've had great success in Guangzhou. And I've had a number of cases where I've gotten the visas approved quite quickly, and I've had good positive results. And I can't say the same for all the consulates that I work on. So if you're really motivated to get the visa issued quickly, then reach out to me, send me an email, and let's talk more. I'd love to work with you. Here we have a question from El Chermano. I like that name. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. How long does it take to get removal conditions and get a 10-year green card? I'm in Virginia. First of all, let me explain a little bit more about the background of what that question is. So if you get a green card through marriage, most people get a 2-year green card. And at the end of the 2 years, your green card expires. You have an opportunity to file a application to remove the conditions on your green card. And I have to tell you, El Chermano, it takes a really, really, really long time. I would say 18 months, a really long time, so long. But don't let that discourage you or bum you out, because you still have an opportunity to get approved, and you have to do it. So don't get discouraged. Message me if you need help. I wish that I could show you my entire backyard, and I think on my YouTube channel, I'm going to post some pictures of my setup. because I think it would be very interesting. It's really remarkably nice out today, and I hope everyone is doing well wherever they are. Let's see. What other questions do we have? We have got some good ones. Richard, please read my comment. I'll go back and find it. Here we go. EB5, was that your comment? Yeah, I think you can do EB5. I'd love to see. Will the Biden administration give all the undocumented people citizenship? Please let me know. The answer is no. Biden will not give all undocumented people citizenship. In fact, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't expect any sweeping changes with immigration law. In order for us to change the immigration laws, we need to pass new laws. This can't be done through executive action. And in order to pass a new immigration law, what they call comprehensive immigration reform, you would need to get a bill passed in the House of Representatives, the Senate, and signed by the president. So basically, Republicans opposed to comprehensive immigration reform. So you would need the Democrats to control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And there are 2 Senate races going on in Georgia right now. The Democrats would have to win both. And my understanding, I'm no expert on politics, but my understanding is most experts think it's unlikely that Democrats will win both of these seats. So I don't know. I don't know what will happen. Let's see here. Just trying to get a good view here. So I don't think that there will be major changes in the immigration laws. Cutest Jati, our friend on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Please, sir, will Joe Biden reverse the immigration ban on January 20th? The answer is yes. Biden will remove the proclamations that ban the issuance of visas, and that will happen either on January 20th or very soon thereafter. That's my prediction. K-Sun, MJ, you're just not replying. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find your question. Forgive me. Let me go back. Please reply. Forgive me. Let me see. Aha. Happy New Year from Sri Lanka. Sir, I was issued a DV 2020 visa in September. It's expiring on March 16th. What are my options? I'm not sure I understand the question. You said, do you have the visa in your hand and the visa is expiring and you can't travel if you don't travel by March 16th? Is that what you're asking? I guess if that's the case, assuming that I have the facts right, I think you would try and, of course, try and travel before March 16th. But if you can't, try to get the consulate to reissue the visa. I think this will be challenging right now given the pandemic. By the way, I've helped a number of clients from Sri Lanka this year, and it's been great to get to know people from that beautiful country and help out folks. What other questions do we have? Here we have Jay, our friend on YouTube. Hi, Josh. I'm at LPR. I applied for my wife's F2A visa in 2018. I will become a citizen in October. So will my wife's visa become available right away after I become a citizen? Well, my friend, I don't, the answer is yes, but I think your wife's visa is probably available now. The visa bulletin is current for most countries for F2A. So I don't think that you need to become a U.S. citizen in order to get your wife a visa. But it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt that you become a citizen, and it's a great accomplishment in general anyway. Lincoln, another of our friends from YouTube, thank you for tuning in. If I have a spending AOS from marriage, am I able to go to school online? I found a school for free GED classes. I'm assuming it's government funding, though based on it being free. I'm not quite sure what the answer is to your question. Let's see here. I'm not sure I understand that question. Filipina, Mr. Jones, how can we apply a lawsuit? Contact me. Contact me.